As a little bit of a different video, I thought I'd come into the tackle shop and talk everything bait. Now, most people come to the tackle shop, smell all the different flavourings and have a look at all the different baits. 9 times out of 10, a lot of people just go straight either to the favourites or just pick something because they like the smell. Now, 9 times out of 10, loads of these baits all do the same thing, but there's 3 main baits that I would pick. Lives and naturals such as maggots and worms. You have your particles such as corn and hemp, and you have your pellets and your boilie. Pellets come in all different shapes and sizes, from the match side all the way through to the carp side, and they all have different breakdown times, different smells, different flavourings. It all depends on what you want from your bait and what you're using it for. If you're using it in a spod mix or a PVA bag mix, there's plenty to go after. Bait comes in all different shapes and sizes, such as these boilies that are both in 20mm. One's an active boilie that'll break down on the bottom, and the other one is a feed source boilie. All these sort of things can aid your angling, but now we're in the winter time, I would look at a nut protein or milk protein style boilie, more like the winterized pellets. Now, sticking on the theme of boilies, hook baits is a massive thing. Now for me, I don't really care. I tend to use bottom bait straight out the bag. But a lot of people like their pop-ups, they'll flavour it with goos and different additives. And same as the wafters, they'll soak them, make them infuse, and usually make them heavier. So if you're using a pop-up for a stiff hinge, a choddy, use a super high buoyant pop-up such as this, and I'm sure you'll catch loads of fish. Now, liquids and flavourings. You've got the match side and sort of the coarse fishing, and you've got the carp side. They all do very similar things that aids the attraction of your feed bait or your hook bait. Obviously, if you're using PVA, you need to have it PVA friendly, or if you've got stuff like this, most carp stuff is anyway. But make sure with your oils, you're soaking well in advance. So when you're spodding out on fishing, feed on the bottom tends to do, when you're spodding, it's just going to end up being left on the surface. You want the attraction to be long lasting and forever being released. Oils come in lots of different flavours and lots of different types. The main 2 is your hemp oil and your salmon oil. Salmon oil is more rounded for summer fishing, and hemp oil is perfect for your winter fishing. Now, time to talk about particle. Tiger nuts, hemp and sweet corn are huge favours, but something that a lot of people use is salt. Now, salt, just as it is in mesh bags, is such a perfect tactic, especially over in Europe. The likes of Steve and Rue taught me over the last year or so. That has caught so many fish. It's unbelievably good, and that's something that you need in your, like, not only spod mixes, your PVA bags, even if you're using coarse or fine, having it somewhere in your mix is a must-have all year round. Now, tiger nuts, whether you use something like this, a tiger nut slush, or whether you use them whole or chops, are perfect for European fishing. Nuts is a tricky one because they are banned at most waters, but when you can use them, carp and other species find them irresistible. I've mentioned it before, but sweet corn and hemp are a must-have, especially in these winter months. Now, sweet corn you can find in the tackle shop with loads of different flavourings, and they are perfect, as I say, all year round, and you can add those additives after if you want, or you can buy them as normal tins at the supermarket or as frozen bags, but tins like this are perfect for your day sessions. Hemp are just as the same, but using stuff like chili flakes and chili oils like sriracha and other sauces, I'm sure you'll catch loads of fish, especially using flake maize and other particles. Not only an unsung hero in my fishing, but in a lot of fishing, is groundbait. Boiling up groundbait with your particles, boilie and pellet will get the feed on the bottom, and not only is super attractive, but leaves those fine particles that you normally find with oils and food baits that you want to sit on the bottom. Groundbait does just the same. It's cheaper and it's more accessible. Down here there's loads of different flavours and additives, loads of different brands, whether you want it from match side or the carp side. I'm sure it's something that you can add to your angling. Again, something that you don't see a lot of but is coming into the angling industry, especially on the carp side, is paste wrapped hook baits. Paste in general is a hard one to use and realistically a hard one to find. On the match side you can find it like groundbait, where usually it's a 1-to-1 ratio like this one. You make your own paste on the bank. Now, for us carp anglers, we want a pot or something just to leave in our bag, and that's where these little pots come in really handy. Wrap your hook bait, they become almost like the cultured hook baits from Nash or the active from Sticky, and over time this is really soluble. It's basically the same as the Boilie, except it breaks down 100 times quicker, and I've found in my angling this has caught me those extra 1% of fish. Now, one for those of you that may be new to fishing or new to carp angling is buckets like these, where it is everything in there ready to go fishing. Pellets, boilies, your hook baits and oils are all in there ready to go. And it's simply pick up a bucket, go fishing. That's why I would recommend these for those of you maybe starting fishing or you have a bit less money to hand. These are the perfect ways of just getting out there and having some fun. I hope you enjoyed, and that's pretty much everything that I use in my personal angling. If there's any recommendations, tips or stuff that you want me to cover in the future, just let me know in the comments below. But as I am from here, hope you enjoyed. Take care.